It's a city where anything can happen, so what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum. Over 10,000 showbiz treasures, one-of-a-kind costumes, iconic props, and original scripts. Today, we are getting the star treatment inside the Hollywood Museum at the historic Max Factor building. Hello, Clarice and everyone at home. I am in Hannibal Lecter's actual cell from Silence of the Lambs, located in the Dungeon of Doom. Wow! Talk about getting up close with iconic set pieces from the biggest silver screen sensations. I've got to go, though. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
The Hollywood Museum, it has become really the place to go to see everything Hollywood. Hi, I'm Danelle Dadigan, president and founder of the Hollywood Museum in the historic Max Factor building. And today we're revealing special secrets from the Hollywood Museum. We have 35,000 square feet of exhibits, 4 floors, plus we have a ballroom. And we showcase more than 100 years of Hollywood history, featuring costumes, props, memorabilia, even star cars are here. It's a great grouping of items that we know family members and several generations of family members will enjoy seeing. Well, you know, we have permanent exhibits here in the Hollywood Museum as well as changing exhibits. We have a very special exhibit of the 5 Catwomen. We have the life-size representations of both Lindsay Wagner and Lee Majors from their TV shows Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. We tell several stories. We tell the stories of Hollywood, the community, how it grew because of the entertainment industry itself, from the beginnings of motion pictures all the way through television until today. The story of this great architecture. It is an Art Deco Hollywood Regency style, and it's won the State of California Preservation Award. Our dungeon, once upon a time, was actually a bowling alley and speakeasy during Prohibition days. And it's in this very building that Max Factor invented this makeup, and it was used on all the movie stars in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and even the 60s. When this building was originally opened as Max Factor Makeup Studio, everyone loved to come here, including society women, because when they came in to buy their makeup here, they were hoping to catch a glimpse of one of the movie stars that would be in the world-famous makeup rooms, the Blondes Only room, where Marilyn Monroe was made a blonde. By the time she was a teenager, as most natural blondes, her hair turned darker. The Brunettes Only room, where Betty Davis, Joan Crawford, Elizabeth Taylor, all the greats had their looks done there. The Redheads Only room, where Lucille Ball got her red hair. That hair color was invented and picked for Lucille Ball here in the Max Factor building. The museum itself really talks and speaks about the 100 years from the humble beginnings of the Hollywood history all the way through to today. We have more than 10,000 exhibits here. We are so thrilled to say that we have been open for 20 years. All the different folks that come, they love the museum. We love that fact, and they love it too, because they would rather see it on exhibit than sitting at home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Or, like the Hollywood Museum, you guys, these are Judy Garland's exact ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. So I'm wondering, if I click my heels 3 times, maybe I'll end up at the Four Seasons, where Jasmine Simpkins is checking in?
They say necessity is the mother of invention, and the pandemic created the need for us to really think out of the box. I'm Michael Newcomb, General Manager of Four Seasons Hotel Los Angeles at Beverly Hills. We could see the change not just in the local market but globally, that lifestyle and wellness is of critical importance when people travel, and that created the opportunity for us to change. We've got 14 guest rooms and suites, then the private fitness suite we mentioned and the well office, and then we have 8 treatment rooms in the spa, and then a wonderful pool deck. So whether you want some sun, workout, play, stay. I think it's all here. Well, Jasmine, welcome to the wellness floor. I'm excited to show you all the facilities we have.
What do we have here?
Well, welcome to the wellness workspace. We know people have decided to let go of their physical office space, and we've created a ergonomic-based, hyperallergenic, clean air environment that has an 85-inch television, complete with all the aspects of digital technology.
I feel like this is like the James Bond room of the hotel.
And of course, at your fingertips, the Four Seasons Concierge service down in the lobby. They'll come and do any work that you need done. This is one of our wellness studios. You can see we took some time to do various features. You've got the HEPA air filter just behind us there, which rotates the air and purifies it 4 times an hour. A sound to sleep system, and also the circadian light system that recognizes the energy levels that you're at and gives the lighting set in the room.
I'm noticing also there's some greenery on this balcony that I've never seen before.
That's right. We put some grass out there as well, because every aspect we can to portray the green message. We look upon wellness under the 5 pillars, and one of the integral pillars is nutrition. We partner with Matthew Kenny, who's one of the leading celebrity plant-based chefs in the world, and he's curated a special menu for all our guests here.
I love that. And you guys also have a special gym.
We repurposed an existing large suite, and we made it into a private fitness space, complete with free weights, yoga space, some of the best brands that people rely on at home. We have a hydro rowing machine, Peloton bike, SoulCycle, Technogym treadmill, and when you book on the wellness floor, you get access to the well office and the private fitness office. Although Four Seasons is defined as an elite brand, I think we listen well. We try and get ahead of what the guests are thinking. We respond and react, and then we give it that little bit of seasoning that's the Four Seasons way.
The Four Seasons is such a beautiful property, but this right here, amazing. I'm coming to stay for a really long time.
Now that looks like a place the Bionic Woman or $6 Million Man might enjoy. Okay, we have so much more to keep you guys in the know. Coming up, tequila time. A toast to the spirited girl bosses mixing up the male-dominated industry. Plus, Slice, Slice, Baby, the local pizza tour that has Pie Paramore singing Another One Bites the Crust. Okay, no more cheesy jokes when LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum returns. Remember this? Elizabeth Taylor's wedding gown from the original Father of the Bride movie, Pee Wee Herman's suit and bicycle, Christopher Reeve's actual Superman costume from the film. Holy Hollywood history! Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum. I'm Dana Devin, and it is so fun to toast to LA being open. And now our Olivia De Bortoli takes a shot.
The spirits industry is becoming more all-encompassing, and that includes gender or, race or experience. And I really feel that women in the industry now are bringing completely new perspectives to the brands, and they're really marketing towards more than one type of person, which is creating overall just a better consumer and drinking experience across the board.
The spirits and distillery world has been dominated by men for so long, but women are making a comeback, right? Tell me about that.
More and more brands now are realizing that, it's not just the men who like this, the bourbons or the whiskeys or the brandies. It's really the women who equally, if not more so, enjoy those, very complex spirits. And I think that can be seen in the way that brands now more and more are hiring these women to be at the helm of their brands, because they add a completely new perspective.
Lobo 1707 is it's amazing tequila and mezcal brand that just launched, did a soft launch in November. The thing was really exciting and drew me to it was the amount of just love, craftsmanship, heritage that went into it. So I've had the fortune of working in a lot of different industries, in spirits and defense, pharma, fashion. And the truth is, when you're at a C-suite level, they're all male dominated. So this particular experience is not unique or new, but what's important to me is just to ensure that if I'm the first through any door, I'm gonna make damn sure I'm not the last. So I'm very intentional about making sure that we are uplifting and empowering other women, not just where I work, but who we work with.
Have you encountered any challenges being a woman in this industry?
How long is this segment? Women advance in the spirits industry and in the industry. We need men along the way to help progress. We can't do it alone. And I give shout out to my old boss, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, who was really an advocate in the room where I'd be in the room and people would think like, oh, can she get us our coffee? And he'd be like, actually, she's a president. She's the one who knows the information about it, and constantly really stood up to make sure I was treated appropriately in any room. So I think that's important, to surround yourself with allies.
Women rise to the occasion and, really produce, great spirits. So they have a great taste for complex flavors and smells, which overall makes them the perfect person for many of these jobs, whether it's distilling or, marketing or, whatever it may be.
Yeah, but the fiercest female of all, Catwoman, meow. And here they all are. Who is your fave feline? Let us know. And now Megan Tellis has something else to purr about. Pizza. Meow.
Los Angeles is so spread out, and people don't know much about certain areas of the city that are important. Boyle Heights, it has a great long history of multiculturalism. One of the first multicultural neighborhoods in Los Angeles. You had African Americans, Jewish Americans, Mexican Americans. They call it the Ellis Island of the West Coast.
What year are we talking?
This is turn of the century into the 20s, but also there's a rich musical history here.
When we look around, we're at the Paramount. I've learned a lot about the Paramount. I keep saying if these walls could talk.
In 1939, the famous jazz musician Basie, one of the architects of big band jazz, played here. And he crossed the color barrier. African American could only play in South Central. In the 50s, Celia Cruz, Tito Puente, the Salsa Stars. And the 60s, Stevie Wonder, the East Side Sound of East Side bands. They were very popular in the mid-60s, like Cannibal the Headhunters.
What do you think it is about the space and its location in Boyle Heights?
Well, it's right in the center. Mott and now it's Cesar Chavez. No other ballrooms like this.
And how cool to have a building that's nearly 100 years old,
right,
still standing, right, and breathing in new energy, right?
Right.
And what's downstairs? Brooklyn Avenue Pizza Co.? So how does that come into play?
Well, the owner, Frank Acevedo, he wanted to open a restaurant downstairs. People could dance up here and party and then go down and have some pizza.
Damn.
Chef George, for you, the experience, I look behind, I see all of this dough, I see the big old oven. What's the experience like being here?
It's very fun, actually. I always treat my dough as a canvas. We're making it from scratch. It's a 4-day fermentation. It really dedicates to what this building used to be, which was a Jewish Bakers Union. And to be able to make dough from scratch and home, it really represents the past to the future and the present.
You were mentioning that in the 90s, the Paramount and everything within the Paramount evolved, shut down, changed. Was there a moment that you did not think the Paramount would ever come back to what it was?
Yeah, I wrote an article in the LA Times about Boyle Heights, and I wrote about the Paramount Ballroom and its history, the neighborhood, the multiculturalism of it. And Frank, the new owner, got a hold of it and called me up and said, hey, I want you to come on board and let's see if we can resurrect.
Come to the Paramount, come check it out, check the website out, and come grub with me. I'll be here all day, every day. Salud, salud.
Pizza jokes. It's all about the delivery. Ha! All right, you guys, now I am in the Time Machine hero car from Back to the Future 3, and get this, besides Michael J. Fox, I am the only person to have ever sat inside this DeLorean. That really gets my engine revving. Okay, take me back to the future. Punching in the date now. It's working.
The superheroes exhibit for us was very exciting because even though it is modern day, it's not modern day today. It is what most of the adults have grown up with, whether it was Batman and Robin, Superman, whether it was Wonder Woman. And for me, the fun part was Batgirl. She finally is getting her due here at the Hollywood Museum. And so that's kind of fun. And with the superheroes, there are the villains.
See, this show is the real deal. And I know this sign says for blondes only. Well, hopefully they'll let a fake blonde in, a chemical blonde. All right, you guys, but we have so much more to comb through when LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum comes right back. Welcome back to LA Unscripted, the show where we uncover and rediscover Southern California. While you are making your summer fun itinerary, make sure to put this on the list.
What can we say about the Pointer Sisters? They're bigger than life. We have dedicated an entire floor to them, and I have to really say thank you to Anita Pointer. She has saved all these costumes, 50 years of costumes, and they're on display at the museum. Every last gold record, platinum record, award, their beautiful hair pieces, their headdresses.
And another pointer, not from a sister, but our Liberty Chan.
I'm Peter Dacey, and I'm the founder of Fit Concierge. Fit Concierge is accessible everywhere. All you have to do is download the app from an iOS or an Android device, and you can use any tablet to do either a virtual session or have an instructor come and do an in-person session with you at your home. Some of the more physical classes that you can take is, as you experienced, the dance fitness classes.
Ooh, my booty hurts.
We also offer life coaches, we have meditation, we offer sound baths that you could do virtually or in person. There's a lot of different type of sessions that we offer that aren't just physical.
All right, I'm tired. That dance class made my booty hurt, and now I'm going to sign up for a meditation class, which is much more my speed.
There's so many different types of people who would need something like this, whether they're busy from working or they're a mom who just had a baby and doesn't have time to get to the gym and would like to do a yoga or a training session. It makes a lot of sense for a lot of people who just don't have the time. I think even though the pandemic is winding down and people do want to get outside, not be stuck inside, I think what the pandemic did is made people realize how much time they were wasting commuting to and from a gym.
Yeah, well, I got some fitness moves too. By the way, these are Rocky's real gloves and robe from the 1976 film. And since we broke a sweat, let's see. Adrian!
Maybe you've seen those fruit pizzas that I think usually the base is made out of a sugar cookie and you put all the fruit on top with that cream cheese icing. I'm gonna try to make that. I just wanna make a thin, round, almost like a pizza shape. There we go. Boom, we're done with one portion of our recipe. Easy. I've got a cookie sheet with some parchment, and I'm just gonna place right on top. Now the one thing I might wanna do, so we get a nice brown on it, I might wanna do a little bit of egg wash. I'm gonna put this in a 425-degree oven and bake it until it's cooked. And then we're gonna top it with ingredients that we don't bake. To make our topping for our fruit pizza, cream cheese, into a mixer, I'm gonna do, I think 1.5. Some powdered sugar, some orange zest, and then cut it and juice it in there. I think a little vanilla would be nice too. Let's whip up our icing. Levi, are you ready to help me? Do you want to taste? Taste this. Oh yeah, this is going to be a fruit pizza. I'm gonna put the icing.
I'm gonna put some icing.
Yeah, you get to spread it. Oh yeah. Here's an offset spatula, and that is just easy to go like this. Look, are you gonna do it?
If there's extra, then you scoop it up.
You know what? If there's extra, you scrape it onto here. I cut up these berries, and I think I'm gonna just go around and make a design. Are you gonna help me design, hun? Here, here's some berries. Give it a whirl. Now, can you pour a handful of blueberries? We gotta put some raspberries. But what we do need are some pretty edible flowers. I do think that could look nice. One more little thing. I've got some mint. What do you think of our fruit pizza?
Good.
Good. Thanks for helping.
Okay, you guys, that is all we have on the menu today, except for maybe some fava beans and a nice bottle of Chianti. You know, you gotta love Silence of the Lambs. Thank you so much to the Hollywood Museum for sharing 100 years of history with us. I actually think I've finally gone mad from spending too much time in the dungeon. Hey, wait!